Solidarity. It's me, Jay. I got some coffee. Okay, so there was this guy Rafferty. I think I told you about this in some places. Who wrote a book about the movies of the year 1999 and how it's the best year ever. I've argued before that, strangely enough, a whole lot of other people, probably myself included, think that 1939 was the best year in Hollywood. Just watch Young Mr. Lincoln and all those other movies John Ford made that year and tell me I'm wrong. But in 1999, what's actually quite unusual, especially if you think about it alongside that first factoid, is that in the summer after my second year of university in 99, I worked for an entertainment news show as a production assistant. And it was a gopher type job, but also sometimes kind of elevated. But anyway, the couple who ran this show and had been doing it since I was young, and it was on TV in Calgary and stuff, like I watched their show and got all their little reviews and heard the interviews with the celebs from the press junkets. So it was a show I was more than familiar with. But they were out of Calgary, and the show was being shot and made, and the whole production team came from Calgary, but in Red Deer, Alberta, which is a smaller town, real rough town. I have family there, so I got up to all kinds of unbelievable shit that summer. But I also got to go to any movie I wanted, whenever I wanted, for free in Calgary or Red Deer for that whole summer. It's a part of why I saw Eyes Wide Shut 3 times in the theaters, because it was free. Other ones I remember enjoying that I shouldn't even admit, there was an Austin Powers movie maybe the second one, that I thought was absolutely hilarious. I was quite taken with 10 Things I Hate About You, which I would be unlikely, or would have been unlikely to confess to too many people back then. But it was a good time. Most of what I was doing is I was down, going through all the old video, the Betamax video of interviews, of press kits, and all of that stuff. And there was a huge amount of them, and they wanted a proper inventory. So that was in a way my big job that summer. I did also write 2 episodes of the show, which were just like retrospective, easy to do space fillers. But one was a special on Sharon Stone, and the other was a special on Robin Williams, which I really liked doing, because I got to put a clip on TV of Robin Williams talking about going home and visiting his family as a young man at Christmas on mescaline. Made it to TV. But the one little celebrity tidbit that is the main purpose of this video that I feel I'm allowed to tell, because nothing was told to me in confidence, and he made a bit of a public thing of it. So my boss, the lady of the couple that ran the show, man and a woman, she could be a real chore to endure. She wasn't the greatest, but easy enough to work for if you did your work. She interviewed the actor Tim Robbins. I can't remember what movie it was. Maybe that one with Jeff Bridges, which is like a thriller with a terrorism theme. But she was talking. He was looking at her with growing contempt. And then she says, "But speaking of children, you..." And he goes, "Oh, the Queen of Segway! I finally met her. The Queen of Segway." And then he turns around to somebody and he goes, "How much time does she have left?" And then he turns back to her and he goes, "Tick, tick, 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 tick." It is among the most badass things I've ever seen in my life. Alrighty, back to your work days.